That's his voice?
And watch us where we go.
It's not every day that someone can completely master a singing style, but to find a person who can perform perfectly in two different voices, that's the epitome of rare. But luckily enough for us, people as talented as Marcelito Pomoy have that ability. Despite being a seasoned singer extremely famous in his homeland of the Philippines, the US only got to know about Marcelito in 2020 for his outstanding participation in America's Got Talent, AGT, and from then on, the rest of the world couldn't help but become enthralled by his talent and impressive ability to sing both in tenor and soprano. Though lots of things have been said about Marcelito's career following the show's end, we're here to answer all the questions you might have about it. Stay with us to discover his whereabouts, career progress, personal life, and so much more. Despite being placed 4th in the second season of America's Got Talent, The Champions, that didn't slow down Marcelito's career at all. His growing fame in the US opened many professional opportunities for him, such as a successful tour of the country with his show, The Voices of Marcelito. In 2022, offering fans a wide musical repertoire of original songs and covers. Regardless of his worldwide popularity, Marcelito and his family are still based in the Philippines. As seen on his social media, his visits to the US and Asian countries are always career-related and temporary, as he admits that these trips aren't as easy as they seem. The feeling of being away seems tiring, but gotta keep going for my family, he wrote on his Instagram page. Regarding his personal life, he and his wife Joanne celebrated their 8th wedding anniversary in 2022, and also welcomed their second daughter, whom they named Marchesa Genoa, in June that year. While it's unclear what projects Marcelito has in mind for the future, for now he keeps working hard in making his dreams come true. By the time Marcelito Pomoy debuted on the stage of America's Got Talent, The Champions in 2020, he had already won his native country contest, Pilipinas Got Talent, in its second season. While unknown for the most part to American audiences, Marcelito confidently set foot on the show's stage with his wife Joanne, who patiently translated the judges' comments for him. Marcelito soon left the audience open-mouthed with his performance of The Prayer, skillfully switching between Celine Dion and Andrea Bocelli's parts with his otherworldly vocal skills. Marcelito obtained a standing ovation and advanced to the show's semifinals, where he confessed that his main motivation for joining the competition was to provide his young family a great life. Once on the stage, Marcelito sang Time to Say Goodbye by Bocelli and Sarah Brightman, receiving huge praise for this heartfelt rendition, especially by Judge Howie Mandel, who affirmed Marcelito had the best shot at winning this whole thing. The final saw Marcelito performing Dion in Peebo Bryson's Beauty and the Beast, but his following mashup act during the finale wasn't enough to gain him the competition win, ultimately placing 4th, but still the highest place for a foreign act in the season. Regardless of his huge talent and superstar status in his home country, Marcelito Pomoy initially had lots of doubts about joining America's Got Talent, The Champions. According to an interview with Tonight with Boy Abunda, he felt that participating in the American version of the show would somehow erase his past victory. I'm a champion in the Philippines. If I lose in a somewhat ordinary way, it's like my winning is gone, he confessed. Despite his fears, the encouragement from his wife Joanne and his own will to pursue his dreams eventually took him to the US, signing up for the audition, which went viral on the internet. However, while Marcelito's run in the second season of The Champions was truly memorable, his last performance got him a predictable comment from Simon Cowell, making his eventual defeat somewhat expected. Not winning the competition wasn't enough to discourage Marcelito, as he affirmed in an interview with the Philstar Global, "Well, I'm very happy, and I feel like a winner because of the positive feedback from people not just in the Philippines, but around the world," he enthused. All in all, it's great to see Marcelito not only challenging himself professionally, but also to know that he appreciated his time in America's Got Talent as much as his fans did. Although Marcelito Pomoy owes his fame in his home country to his participation and victory in Pilipinas Got Talent, the show wasn't his first try at talent competitions. Back in the early 2010s, Marcelito had already auditioned for Talented Pinoy, a popular contest show in which talent scouts on the hunt for new artists decide whether contestants are deserving of passing to the next phase. Unfortunately, Marcelito didn't go far in the show, almost cutting down his dream of stardom so early. However, life had greater things in store for Marcelito. In 2011, he joined Pilipinas Got Talent in its second season, advancing to the second round with a 23.71% of audience votes. The rest of the competition wasn't easy, but Marcelito was able to show his talent at full force with his multi-voice performance of the aforementioned The Prayer, immediately gaining everyone's hearts. Though the audience's choice was quite divided, Marcelito surpassed his strong competitors, the dancing duo Happy Feet, by over 1% of the votes, winning with 19.56% in total. Winning meant more than just fame and money for Marcelito, though. His inspiring life story prompted the search for his lost family all around the country, finally finding them shortly before his victory, definitely putting the perfect ending note to Marcelito's run in the show. Born in Imus, Philippines in 1984, Marcelito Castro Pomoy certainly didn't have an easy upbringing. As the youngest of 4 children, Marcelito was helpless when his mother abandoned the family when he was a newborn, leaving him and his siblings under the precarious care of their father, who had just been imprisoned. Having nowhere else to go, the young kids sustained themselves with the little food other people provided for them, making their childhood a tough one. It wasn't long until Marcelito and his siblings were taken away from their father, being adopted by a policeman who is described as kind-hearted on Marcelito's old website. While Marcelito had no news about his mother, in his teens, he went back to live with his father in Surigao, where he didn't stay long before making his way to Manila to find his estranged mother. Although the search didn't take him anywhere, the still just 16 years old Marcelito chose to stay in the city, doing odd jobs to sustain himself. It was during those tough years that he discovered his love for music in the solitude of his job on a poultry farm, though apparently he wasn't aware that his talent of switching his voice between tenor and soprano was unique. Despite working from such an early age, Marcelito Pomoy often refused the idea of auditioning for talent TV shows. However, his early 20s saw him changing his mind, and with the resolution of becoming famous enough to find his mother after all those years, Marcelito worked hard to win Pilipinas Got Talent at 26 years of age. While the prospect of obtaining the contest's juicy money prize and a music contract would have been more than enough for anyone, Marcelito's biggest dream of reuniting with his family was miraculously achieved when his parents and siblings showed up shortly before the show's grand finale. The reunion was emotional to say the least, and his mother reportedly asked him for forgiveness for her past actions. "I said to her, 'Even when you left us, you didn't take care of us. You are still my family. You are still my mother. You gave birth to me," he recalled in an interview with Push.com. Although the reunion was short-lived as both of his parents already had families of their own and went back to their provinces, the experience of making such an important wish come true was incomparable for Marcelito. Despite being recognized as a superstar in his native Philippines, Marcelito Pomoy still had a long way to go before taking his talents to the US stage. Nonetheless, opportunities sometimes come in the most unexpected ways. According to an interview with Asian Journal, Marcelito felt that his career went downhill a couple of years after winning Pilipinas Got Talent. In an effort to bring his career to the top, his wife Joanne encouraged him to appear on Wish Bus, a show held by a local radio station in Manila. "We even fought because I really didn't want to. I said, I'll just handle the business," saying that he wanted to abandon his music career to completely focus on his shop. His several appearances on Wish Bus quickly became viral, thanks to people's live reactions to it, eventually attracting the attention of TV host Ellen DeGeneres, who immediately wanted him on her show. However, Marcelito thought Ellen's invitation was a spam email until his wife fortunately intervened. Soon afterwards, Marcelito debuted in front of American audiences in 2019 in The Ellen DeGeneres Show, naturally impressing everyone with his uncanny ability of singing in soprano and tenor, and taking the next step in becoming a worldwide star. Thanks to his victory in Pilipinas Got Talent, Marcelito Pomoy released his own music under his contract with ABS-CBN and Star Records. His first album, Duet Yourself, released in 2011, contained 4 original songs and his classic rendition of The Prayer. His second album, Split, came in 2013 and contained 14 songs in total. However, he took a break from music in the following years, briefly returning in 2017 with his single, Malaya Ka, which followed the same line as his previous releases by singing it in his native Tagalog language. While Marcelito's music was warmly received by his local audience, his music didn't become popular in the US until his participation in America's Got Talent: The Champions. His success has been so massive that nowadays, Marcelito is not only solo touring America with sold-out shows, but also sharing the stage with other important Filipino celebrities such as former Miss Universe Catriona Gray and actor Sam Milby. Besides the contest shows, which gained him national and international fame, Marcelito Pomoy has also appeared in several other TV productions in the last decade. He's been a recurring guest in the show ASAP on CBS/CBN, also featuring in the talk show Good Evening Vice. Other important appearances he's made through the years have been in Chris TV as a guest, Wow Wow Win, and in the ASOP Music Festival live transmission. While his presence on TV has been limited to interviews and performing, right after his Pilipinas Got Talent victory, the topic of whether he would give acting a try was widely commented on in the media. As reported by ABS-CBN News in 2011, Marcelito was indeed interested in acting, wanting to follow the steps of local actors Ronnie Ricketts and Robin Padilla. Although acting opportunities never knocked on Marcelito's door during the earliest stages of his career, his growing international fame could be his best chance of making another one of his dreams come true. Upon winning Pilipinas Got Talent, Marcelito Pomoy made good use of his monetary prize. In 2012, he opened his business Pomoy's Commercial, a hardware shop located in Quezon. Nowadays, the business is still active and is managed by his wife Joanne, while he travels overseas. The income from both his musical career and his business have been greatly positive for Marcelito, who often makes important donations and does charity work in his community by appearing in fundraising events such as the Lazada Live Concert in 2020. Also that year, he gifted a new home to an elderly woman in his community who had previously lived in a precarious situation for over 10 years. Considering Marcelito's early life situation, there's no question as to why his will to help people in need is so strong. That being said, Marcelito's unbelievable talent is a big reason to remember him, but his humble demeanor and down-to-earth personality is what's really captured the hearts of his fans. Thank you for spending some time with us. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpicked these videos which we recommend you watch next. You can talk to us on all social medias or ask a question in the comments below. Thank you for being with us, and we'll see you back tomorrow.